I want to bring in New Jersey's Congressman, House Homeland Security Committee member and House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee member, Jeff Van Drew. Congressman, good morning. Thank you for being here. Yeah, your reaction to Madison's report.
Look, this isn't a surprise. I mean, all these cities and in some case states and other entities saying they wanted to be sanctuary cities or sanctuary states, that this was a great idea, just letting our borders bleed open. Democrats, this president, this majority saying it was a great idea. Now we're seeing the net result. I mean, this should have never happened. This is a self-created problem by this president and this majority, and there's no other story to it. And now, as they are flying these people or taking them by buses or whatever else, especially once the weather gets a little better, all over the country. I don't want folks in New Jersey or New York or Pennsylvania or anywhere to think that this is only a problem in Texas. It's not. It's going to be a problem for the United States of America, and we do need to react immediately. We need more border guards, without question. We need more people at the border to protect us. We need to make sure that Title 42 stays there until we come up with a much better. Title 42 wasn't meant for that. That is actually a health emergency provision. We need to build the wall. We need a bricks and mortar build, and we also need electronic and technological. We need the rapid expediting of people back to Mexico. We need the literally not to allow them even to enter into the United States. We've got to stop.
Okay.
And we had stopped, and we were in better shape 2 years ago, much better shape.
Under the former president. So I want to switch gears with you, Congressman, because we're dealing with a crisis in the air right now, from the ground to the air. You've got thousands of flights delayed or canceled today. Bad winter weather, but there's a lot of other issues because more than half of those cancellations are from Southwest. Federal government is now vowing to hold the airline accountable, saying Southwest has been a growing problem. I want you to listen, to what Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg had to say about this and get your reaction.
Their system really has completely melted down, and I've made clear that our department will be holding them accountable for their responsibilities to customers, both to get them through this situation and to make sure that this can't happen again.
Congressman?
This is nonsense. He's going to hold them accountable after the whole thing is blown up. He's going to hold them accountable after we gave these folks billions of dollars to help them. He's going to hold them accountable when we knew all along that we were going into a really very bad weather pattern, and everybody should have been putting their heads together. I mean, everybody's on vacation with this administration at one time or another. Nobody seems to be around when there are emergencies. The president should be involved. Pete Buttigieg should be involved, and they should have been involved much earlier on, and we could have done much better. We knew we were going to have a problem. As usual with this administration, sorry to be so harsh, but it's true. They just let it happen. They let it unfold. And you know who suffers? The taxpayers that paid to subsidize these airlines, the taxpayers that are paying taxes in general all across the board, and the taxpayers when they're stuck at the airport and they don't even get the services that they paid for. There weren't even vouchers to help these people.
Well, I mean, the president left for St. Croix yesterday. I mean, I would argue that maybe President Biden. Yeah, it's nice and pretty down there.
I hope you can send us some pictures.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a bad optic, at the end of the day.
It's a real bad optic, and I guess, maybe, like I said, he can send some pictures to all the Americans and we'll turn our heat up real high. Well, maybe can't do that either because the cost of fuel has gone up so much, especially home heating energy. I mean, just do something right. Just care. The president's got he takes plenty of vacations. He's got plenty of times to take vacation at a really crisis time in our country when we're having temperatures that we haven't seen in a long time throughout most of the country. Don't do that. Pete Buttigieg, get on top of this, not when it's happened and it's over and we're already in trouble and people are sleeping on the floor in the airlines. Take care of this problem ahead of time. If you were really doing a good job, I don't think he should be the Secretary of Transportation. If he knew what he was doing weeks ago, this forecast came out weeks ago, and I think most good Americans assumed that they had a plan. The weather was going to be bad. You need some extra help. You need some provisions. You need cooperation between the airlines. You need to have vouchers for those folks that need a place to sleep and something to eat, none of which they had. Completely, totally unprepared. But, Pete Buttigieg, quite recently has been on vacation, too. Vacations are great, but these jobs, including being a congressman, isn't the greatest job for getting vacations. It's supposed to be about serving your people.
Yeah. Well, look, Senate Commerce is going to investigate, so we'll see what they investigate.
Absolutely.
I don't know, to your point, how much power they're going to have over a publicly traded company, but we shall see. It'll be fiery, if nothing else. Congressman,
the House is going to investigate, too.
Okay, good. Okay, no, thank you for letting us know that. We appreciate that. I'm sure the Southwest CEO is already getting his, plans in place to visit.
I hope he's not on vacation.
I don't think he is. He's trying. Jeff Rendrew, Congressman, thank you very much. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.